Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Shorty Abadi, aka Mr. Mahogany, and you're welcome to the Fashion's Finest Africa chat room. All right, the chat room is a weekly interactive talk show that's brought to you by Fashion's Finest Africa, which is the leading fashion platform in Africa, and I, Shorty Abadi, aka Mr. Mahogany, will host the show. Just in case you don't know, Fashion's Finest Africa is a platform that is aimed at new and emerging designers. Okay, so that's primarily what it's aimed at, but it doesn't stop there because if you look at us, it's how would I put it? We have our epic show, we have our award. Very soon we're going to have our blog. Our blog is, you need to watch out. Wari, our managing editor, is on here. She's also an executive producer of this show. Blog is going to be fantastic. So we're going to be celebrating everything for fashionpreneurs, not entrepreneurs. We call ourselves fashionpreneurs and fashionistas from all over the world. The show's going to focus on everything fashion, beauty, entertainment. All right, and we'll be bringing you the top fashionistas like we have with Bimpe today, celebrities, superstars from across Africa, because that's what we're primarily focusing on. Hey, so Bimpe is going to come on now. Thank you. She sent me her request. So just type, this girl is a professional, Sha. That's all I can say. Her timing is immaculate. So it's interactive. So we want your questions, everybody. Please give us your questions. All right. Make sure you send them in. Anything that you want to ask about, please. Oh my God, she's in the house. I'm so happy. Celebrity of celebrity. Hey! I'm giving you virtual high fives. Hey, so many. In fact, there's too many. How are you?
Very fine, thank you. I've been laughing.
You've been laughing.
I love that you've been hyping me up. I love it.
But we're just seeing it as it is now. Do you think it's easy to talk to celebrity? All the things you have done. By the time we start,
look at who is talking.
Please, bro. Nobody knows me. I'm just there. Is it me that does for Maybelline? Do I have brand endorsement? Do I do for Lagos Fashion Week? In fact, I can't even start to name all of it. If I just did your endorsements, and nothing else, that 1 hour of the show will just go without even saying anything. Just listing your endorsements. That's how bad it is. But I think before I get into having a chat with you, I've got to introduce you because people have to know you. Some people will know you, some don't. I think anybody that doesn't know you is not into fashion. That's as far as I'm concerned. So Bimpe Onakoya is a creative and dynamic makeup artist with over 16 years, make you hear 16 years experience. Okay, she's an artistic director for Maybelline. Let me say it slowly. Maybelline New York for Nigeria. Okay, Maybelline, not be Mabel, not Mabel. Okay, so, and she has worked with many international fashion and beauty magazines such as Elle, Vanity Fair. She's also worked with prominent models like Alek Wek, Oluchi, Jasmine Sanders, to mention just a few. Naomi as well.
Yeah.
Hey, worked with Naomi. You see what I mean? I'm even not even doing her justice. See how she's just dropping names. Anyway, throughout this evening, we'll drop more names. Don't worry. So Bimpe is super talented, and her flair for creativity is simply outstanding. So everyone here, please let's give it up for Bimpe Onakoya.
Thank you.
That's right. So, Bimpe, let me just give you an idea. This is a very casual, we call it the chat room. We're going to delve into your life, okay? We're delving into your life now. So we're going to ask you as it is. You're going to say that people want to hear the truth here. So it's not about trying to sugarcoat things. Things ain't happening, say not happening. The things, if people are messing up, say it as it is, because that's the only way we learn. That's the only way we can grow, and we have to, we have to learn from your experience. Okay, so tell me, how's life been for you? Because I trust you, even with lockdown. I can't even imagine how much money I've made. Oh yeah, talk to us.
Even with lockdown, what did you say? I think you need to switch off this fan. It's so much noise.
I said, even with lockdown, I know how much money I've made. Don't worry. My friends in GT Bank and First Bank and UPA, they're giving me this.
Everybody is going through the same thing, though. We're just trying to sell things online, but it's basically the same thing for now.
So how has that been, though?
The most important thing for me is for us to survive this. He who fights and run away lives to fight another day. Yeah, so for now, the most important thing is to survive this. And then after, we can get back to it.
I hear you. So what have you been doing to survive it? What have you done things differently, or because you had set up your business really well, you weren't really affected by COVID-19, or have you been innovative and creative in what you've been doing?
Okay, so during the lockdown, because I'm not just the artistic director for Maybelline, I'm also the major distributor. So,
wow.
Yes, I was selling Maybelline online. In fact, before the lockdown, I wasn't doing much of any online transaction. It has always been, you want to buy Maybelline product, you come to my store, you come to the kiosk, But during the lockdown, we did some major sales, and people were really, we sold a lot of makeup. People wanted to buy out the whole product.
But why they wear makeup? They're not going anywhere. Sorry, why? They're not going anywhere.
I don't know. They were just buying to sell after the lockdown so they can make more money,
Right.
So, yeah, so during the lockdown, that's what I was doing. It was really interesting, and it opened my eyes to e-commerce. E-commerce is the way. Is the way forward.
So do you think, just looking at that, do you think you're going to change your business model now, having gone through 8 weeks of lockdown?
Definitely. Because during the lockdown, it was a time to reflect on things and, check what I've been doing wrong, what I've been doing well, and, measure everything. And I discovered that there's a huge market online that I've not been taking advantage of. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm doing now. From now on, we have to take advantage of everything available.
People, are you listening? Because I've been saying this a lot to people that, the lockdown has been a good time to reflect, to look at how you can do things differently. We've got to be creative. We've got to be innovative in what we're doing. So, I mean, it's good to hear that you've been able to do that. And somebody just said to me that the reason why they've been buying makeup is so that when they're locked in the house with their husband or their boyfriend, they can still look fine.
Yes, you'll be shocked that some people, for some people, makeup is a lot of stress. For some, it's a way of life. It's a way of life. Don't you see people at the airport in the morning, maybe when you want to catch an early flight, like a 6 o'clock flight, and they're like heavily made up, and you'll be looking as if you just, rolled out of the bed. You'll be like, how do they do these things? It's a way of life for some people. They can't live without their makeup. To some, it's a lot.
So when we now look at what you said about how people cannot do without makeup, let's look at you now. You've been in the industry for over 16 years, all right?
18,
so just
18 years.
18. Yes. 18 years. I do apologize. 18 years in the business. That's not a small time. Some people don't even have kids up to 18 yet. So that's not a joke. So how would you say that? Just give us a little. How did you get into How did you get into the industry? How did you get into makeup? Why did you get into makeup? And more importantly, did you ever think that you'd be this big?
Oh, okay. So, I started officially 18 years ago, and officially. It was initially something that I enjoyed, doing on my friends and colleagues. Um, After some time, people kept telling me to turn it into a business. Instead of just doing for free, I should start charging for it. It was difficult initially, because
Mm-hmm.
I had so many friends that was doing this thing for free, and telling them to pay for it was difficult because they were used to, coming to me to come make them up for occasions.
Mm-hmm.
But when I started, I was with BioHastro initially when I
Okay.
started.
Yes,
Yes,
I know very well.
that trained me professionally. I need that one. So it's hot now. It was Bio that trained me professionally, and Bio does not joke with his money. And it taught
Mm-hmm.
me, it doesn't, it taught me, no free lunch. Be
Yes.
pay your money to buy product and then be doing free makeup for people. No free lunch. They should pay for it. I mean, how
Mm-hmm.
would they take it serious if you don't charge them for the
Yes.
work? And so I started charging, but it was difficult. It was really difficult. But some were paying, some were not paying. And
Mm-hmm.
for the people that were not paying, some I still wanted to do their makeup because I loved and respected them, and I felt that they were good for my business. So I really didn't mind that they were not paying. But for the people that I really didn't know that much, I started charging. And then from
Mm-hmm.
there, I started working with advertising agencies. You know, I was I was doing makeup. Then I think like I did a couple of Nollywood movies,
Okay.
and it was not my thing. It wasn't my thing at all. It was too stressful. So much stress for so little
So
money.
little pay. Yeah.
Like, no, it didn't work. So I was with advertising agencies, different advertising agencies all over Lagos. I was with them, and then we're doing Fashion Week. Then I started with Arise
Okay.
and St. Maurice Style. All those shows then, and then I started doing editorial. With Kelechi
But
Amadiobi,
yeah.
other photographers, and I saw that there was a huge potential in the business. If you know, I saw the potential, and I was dedicated. I was, you know, I was building myself. I had no idea of where I was going really, but I was just
Mm-hmm.
preparing. I just wanted to be good, to be the best in my field, and I was never tired. Was always seeking knowledge, always ready to learn. Always checking out everybody, and I was comparing. I would compare what we do here with what's being done outside of the country. And I'm like, I really wanted to do more of international, not of
Right.
local. So that's what I've always known from the one. And I never wanted to be like anybody, like everybody. I didn't want to be a bridal makeup artist like everybody. I wanted to do something different that would prepare me for the international market, So I was just a believer. I was just a believer. I was just a believer. I was just building myself and for the world. And it happened, you know. The mountain came looking for Muhammad
So
right
what was
here.
the break? What happened in particular? Was it you just happened to be in the right place at the right time? Was it that somebody sought you out? What actually happened?
So it's because I was dedicated to my
Mm-hmm.
passion. I was dedicated to my area of specialty. And so when Maybelline came to Nigeria, L'Oreal, the whole of L'Oreal L'Oreal came to Nigeria, they were looking for someone like me, not a makeup artist. They were looking for someone who loves fashion, who understands street style, you know, who understands Maybelline. And luckily, I had just built my website at that time. So they went into my website and they liked what they saw, and what they see. And they called me for an interview. When I got there, I didn't understand what they wanted. They were picking my brain. In fact, it got to a stage I was feeling like, what do these people want? Why are they picking my brain? They will have to pay for this thing that
yes, so consultancy fee.
Pay for consultancy, they must do this, they must do that. I was just looking at, you know, white people from Paris. I was like, they can't just come and pick my brain like this. But it paid off. After the first meeting, they just called me and then they told me formally that they would like me to be the artistic director. I still didn't understand what being an artistic director meant, because it has never been done, you know. So I just thought it was to just do photo shoot, and maybe whenever they want to do something, they will just call me to come do it. And then they brought the contract, and I went through the whole thing. I was like, oh my goodness, this is huge, you know. And that was it. I signed the contract, we negotiated the fee. I mean,
and guys, can you see the smile on her face? Did you see when she said, I negotiated the fee? Did you see how her whole cheeks blew up? All of her teeth showed. You know that kind of fee, eh? Hey.
Oh my God, what's happening to me? Bimpe, what's happening? Look, girl, look at what's going on with you. You know, it was so good, and that was it. You know, that was it. You know, so what they have been able to do is to they added more value to my life. You know, because they started taking me out for International Fashion Week, and it was. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know,
I do.
I started going for Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week. You know, I started meeting everybody, all the models I used to watch on fashion TV. You know, not just meeting them. I was doing their makeup. They would come sit on my chair. We would chat, gist. You know, some of them. Today, all of them are my friends. We gist. You know, they send me messages. You know, and just like that. I had already met Alek Wek when she came to Nigeria, and then there was a show, and Alek Wek walked in, and when she saw me, she was like, "Hey, I know you. What are you doing here?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm here. I'm in your state." You know,
that's
and
right.
so like that. That Maria Borges, for example, when I met Maria Borges, she was really not known. She was just another African girl.
Yeah.
African girl. You know, she came backstage. I did her makeup. We started gisting, and I was like, "Where are you from?" And she's like, "I'm from where is she from? All those Portuguese,
Angola. Is she not Angola?
Angola.
Like
from Angola." And then she started singing Davido, Whiskey. We just started gisting, and she refused to go. I was like, "Please come and go. Let me do that model." I didn't come here to gist with people. Go, like, you know. Till today, Maria is my girl. Likewise, Harriet. Harriet is just another young girl from Tanzania. When I met her, she was a nobody. She was, you know, model. And Maybelline signed her up as their IT girl, and she became huge overnight. So many people, you know, I did makeup for Jasmine. She was not known when I did her makeup. Young girl hustling. She was not known. Then after that, Jasmine everywhere, Jasmine Sanders, everywhere. I'm like, but the girl has always been beautiful. So many
But
people like that.
it goes to show that your makeup, if I'm looking at this, your track record that you're giving me here, it looks like that maybe I want to come to you to do my makeup, because it seems that everybody that you did their makeup before they were known has blown. So maybe I should come, please do my makeup so that myself, I will blow. Because that's how it seems to be.
Been for years. So it's just a matter of time, and that's what I believe, that if you're dedicated and you're consistent in what you do, it's just a matter of time. You blow.
But let me ask you this question. Okay,
Yes.
if we look at makeup in Nigeria now, you have your MAC, you have your Black Up, you have your Zarons, you have your Maybellines. All right, you as an industry leader, because you're an industry leader, there's no two ways about it. Do you think all of these people coming is beneficial to us? Or should we be trying to go down the Zaron model, for example, where you locally create your own brands? What would be your advice? What do you think is the best thing to do? Have there been advantages and disadvantages? So it's quite a wide question, but I think there's so much that you can feed into that for us.
Okay, so like right now, the whole world is into makeup. Everybody likes to look good. Looking good, they say, it's good business. And with Instagram, where everybody is doing one tutorial or the other, makeup is it's just booming. It's the right time, it's the season, So we must definitely have something in Nigeria or in Africa that's making all these international companies to come here. It means that there's a market for them out there. They have their market. So it means that Nigerians love makeup. They love to wear makeup. And even with the international brands and the local brands, we still don't have enough to go around. Everybody. We still don't have enough. So right now, we still don't have enough. So it's not that saturated yet. It will become saturated when every makeup artist become a brand owner. That's when it will be saturated. Like, so which one do we buy now? This makeup artist has their own brand. That one has their own. So, but for now, there is still, different people come to the table with their different products. What is unique to them. Like, for example, Maybelline, right now, out of all the drugstore, we have the best foundation. So people come to us because they really love our foundation. They're like, they want to buy the Super Stay foundation, they want to buy the Fit Me foundation, they want to buy maybe our mascara, Likewise, some other brands, it could be something that they have that is really good, So like that, different people have their different products that really stands out for them. So yeah, this is the time, this is the moment for makeup. You remember in the 90s, 90s and the things that were happening in the 90s. But for this, it's makeup, it's beauty, not just makeup, beauty, hair, makeup, nails, photography, all those things are in right now. So maybe because of the social media, everybody wants to be out there, everybody wants to look good, so there's a huge market right now.
Okay, so would you say that there's any particular problems though that the industry is facing in terms of makeup, or do you feel that maybe would you feel that also with COVID there might be new problems that we're going to face, or do you feel that it's not going to have an effect? The industry is strong, it's powerful enough to get through this, and also prior to COVID, post COVID, there's not going to be no difference.
Okay, so for me, before the COVID, the only thing that I felt could be a problem is people, going to China, or, I don't know where they go to. Maybe I should not say China. It could be anywhere. I don't know.
But let's say as it is now. Most of the time, it's China.
And they just go in and bring makeup that we don't even know what is in it, you know, and they sell to innocent people. And because the products are cheap and super affordable, people don't think of what they're putting on their faces. I mean, there's some harmful things in some of those products that can ruin people's lives forever.
Wow.
Or give them cancer, different things, you know. So that is a problem. It's a big problem. And because these things are being sold like ₦1 wherever they buy them, they are so cheap. By the time they sell them for maybe ₦5 or ₦6 here, they are made like ₦5 gain. So the people selling don't care. And some of them don't even know what they're selling. They don't know. They don't have an idea. They're not thinking along that line that this thing could be harmful to the end user.
But would you not say that, okay, I can hear what you're saying, and I'm sure some of the people that are watching it will say, fine, it's okay for you to say it. You've got the money. You can afford to buy a MAC or a Maybelline or whatever. I'm a small student. I still want to look good. I'm from a poor background. I don't have that kind of money. What's my alternative? Because when you look at, I mean, when I hear some of these ladies talk about how much they spent on foundation or on a lipstick, even me as a man, I say, whoa, how much? Are you serious? So is it really their fault? And what are the brands doing to maybe come up with a nice alternative?
So whatever you do, you are responsible for whatever you do. The ignorance is not an excuse. Whatever, as an individual or as a human being, you are responsible for yourself and what goes.
Like, I'm not sure if you can hear at the moment. I think we're freezing a little bit on the internet. Hope it's not me. Sorry, we lost you there for a second, Bimpe. You have to repeat that. Sorry.
Yes.
Right, we've got no sound. Okay. We were talking about, you said that people are responsible for what they do.
So, like I was saying, like we are all responsible for all those things. Ignorance is not an excuse. Because you don't have money doesn't mean that you shouldn't have taste. If it is one thing that you can afford, I'm telling you, we have all been down there. And even when I was like down, when I was nothing, I still had my taste. Like I wouldn't just buy anything because no. If it's ₦1 and that ₦1 can buy me one good thing, I will buy. I won't just go and buy because when I started, Mary Kay was like the foundation.
Yes.
I don't go and buy Mary Kay just because I couldn't afford Mary Kay. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when you know these things and you open your eyes and you do it, don't come and cry foul later like and see this that. No, you're responsible for it. You can't go to a trade fair and buy a Maybelline product that you know is being sold for 3,000 and you buy it for 500 and you think you're buying the original thing. So people know. Yeah, they might not know or they might not realize the effect of their action, but sooner or later they will realize that, but hopefully it won't be too late by the time
they realize. Okay, so
and then you were saying something about COVID.
Yes.
Effect of COVID on the industry. Yes, for now, Um, it's difficult to really say. You know, we're still watching. Like April was when my year was actually meant to start officially. You know, like I'd already booked 6 brides for April, and everybody postponed their wedding, some till next year, some till the end of the year. And May, you know, I was also meant to have brides for May, but nothing is happening. So it's going to have a ripple effect because jobs that have been booked for, money that has been, you planned,
Yes.
nothing is going on. No money is coming in for makeup apart from products that I'm selling. On people who don't even have.
Okay. We just wait for her to come back in a second. Just having a little bit of internet problems. Please, guys, if you've got questions, start sending in your questions. We really want to have your questions because it's not about me asking her all the questions. So please, if you've got your own questions, make sure you send your questions in to us so that we can ask Bimpe. This is your with one of Africa's biggest makeup artist. She's gone off now. She'll come back on in a second, I'm very sure. With one of Africa's, not even Nigeria's biggest makeup artists. So please send your questions in. Let's get these questions. Let's hit her with those hard questions. What did you want to know about the makeup industry? What did you want to know about her life as a makeup artist? What were the sort of things that you looked at? Because maybe you're a makeup artist. What kind of makeup do you do? Do you do bridal makeup? Do you do editorials? What sort of things do you do? We want to know about all these things. Bimbo, if you can hear us, please come back on and let us know. All right, she's coming back on now. Okay. So, please tap in your questions, send in your questions. My team is all on board, our executive producer.
Sorry.
Yes. Okay, that's okay.
I was just trying to slide off. Somebody's live feed came on. I was just trying to slide it off, and I went into their life. I'm like, what?
I've realized not to touch those things. I just leave them now because I've done that myself.
So as I was saying, yes. So for people who sell only their services, it's going to be horrible, because
Explain.
Why? Yeah, because at this time, personally, I don't feel comfortable allowing anybody to come into my space because this is real. COVID is real.
Okay,
Either
I get you.
Here in Nigeria or not, it is real. People are dying all over the world. They're dying like chicken. I was watching BBC, was it yesterday, on Mexico. They're dying like chicken. Like they're burning every day, like hundreds of people, human beings, like you and I. So right now I don't feel comfortable allowing anybody into my
yeah,
because some people don't even know that they're carriers.
True.
And it's not written on the face. So your biggest client that you trust and love so much might be a carrier. You won't know. They'll just give you a call. Hi, Bimpe, I need you to come do my makeup for something so. You'll be like, okay, no problem. Because of how much you would die. I'm sorry You know, so I just feel like this is not a good time for anything that has to do with, you know, touching or coming to. It's not just a good time. You know, it's not a good time. It's not a good time. So if 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 people have the same mindset that I do, then it means that they will not probably not work for a while.
Wow.
But if it's like, well, do you know anybody that COVID has killed? Has anybody died around you? I beg, there's no COVID. We need to work. There's no money. There's no food. There's no then. So that can drive people to do things that, you know, normally they would have, you know, thought of. But so for people who are very cautious and it might be difficult for them to work, but I guess hunger will not let most people sit down and stuff like that.
So Stella Genevieve has a question for you. She says, is it an ethical practice for makeup artists to quadruple bridal makeup prices? You know, because everybody believes that brides have money. So normally if you were to say, okay, I'm going to charge, my normal makeup fee is 30K, for example. But the moment you hear it's a bride, you now decide to say, I'm going to charge 120,000. Is that ethical?
Okay, so this is it. Bridal makeup is the most premium package for, you know, it's our premium. Like the way you have this for us, makeup is bridal. That is where we make our money. They don't even question the reason. I don't even know why, but it's just like that's the end thing. It is where that's where you make money. So when people come to you, tell your list. You see on the list makeup, bridal makeup. You will see, for example, bridal makeup. You will see maybe 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 500. You will see bridesmaids, 20,000, 25,000, maybe 30,000, maybe 35, or maybe 40,000. It depends, you know, because when you take on the bride, you don't have time to do any job. You're not working, you're not doing anybody. You are on the bride for the whole day. So you can't, you know, you can't say, okay, I want to go and do somebody else, or you're on the bride. So the bride is paying you for the day. It's paying for the day. Right. Do you understand? Or maybe it's half day.
So it's not that you're taking advantage, it's the fact that you're saying, listen, my hourly rate, for example, is 10,000 naira an hour. I would have just done if it is.
You're not just going to go to the bride and spend 1 hour and leave.
Yeah.
You're going to be with the bride. You're going to take pictures as a professional makeup artist. You know, we also carry our cameras. You're going to take pictures.
Okay.
Of the. And once you're done with the bridal job, you're also going to sit down to edit the pictures.
Right.
So the job doesn't end with the bride. You're still going to edit the pictures.
But does everybody offer those services? I don't think everybody offers it to that high level you do.
A lot of people do that now because photographers are really good at what they do, but sometimes they don't satisfy us. They don't satisfy makeup artists.
Okay.
Because they just don't, sometimes some of them don't get the angles that we love. So they just take general pictures, you know, they take general pictures, you know, of the bride, but you know what the makeup artist is looking for? You're looking for depth. You know, sometimes you don't get to see it. So that is why, you know, you just feel like after doing all that job, you know, you don't want to entrust it to somebody who won't give you what you want. So at the end of the day, it's left to you to do the job of a makeup artist and also a photographer, because you want to post what your bride will be very, very happy with and what people will love. Yes, these children. Are you right? Okay, I'm coming. My kids, I have a set of triplets. I love them.
Wow. I don't envy you. I really don't envy you.
Let
3
them into the room.
in one go. Ha. Sorry. Yo.
I have a set of triplets.
That's why I said 3 in one go. Sorry.
Yes, I'm screaming. And now they're screaming that she will open the door. So, yes. So it's a lot of work, for, you want the bride to look at best. You also want to take good pictures, and some people send those pictures to editors, and you also pay the editors for the pictures, So, yeah, that is our premium package.
Okay. A number of
Like
people are agreeing with you because, like Catherine Baker Smith, Steph, I think she's somebody has agreed. Tons, Naomi, Passera has also agreeing with you. But I want to move on to something. I want to move on to something slightly different. Okay, and that's social media. Social media for me is a bit of a bugbear sometimes. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good. So when you look at social media now, okay, somebody can put up some pictures and instantly say that they're a superstar, celebrity makeup artist. Possibly they've only done 1 or 2 people. They managed to get a good picture. They put it up there. Somebody like yourself that struggled through the hard times, got yourself trained professionally. You did it the hard way. How do you feel about these so-called instant celebrity makeup artists that have not really paid their dues? Or does it not bother you? Or do you think that people are supposed to go through training? How do you feel about that?
Okay, so I'm really not I'm actually indifferent. I'm indifferent because I keep saying everybody has their time. You need to, it's not just about being an instant celebrity. You need to maintain it. Some people can go on for a while, some can't. Do you understand? I need 2 seconds. I need 2 seconds to do something.
No problem. You take your 2 seconds. So while Bimpe is just sorting something out, guys, send in your questions. Okay, please. We want to have some quick fire questions where we hit her with some questions that you want to have answered. So please send them in to us. I'm just loving this conversation with her. I'm learning a lot about the industry. I didn't understand about the bridal thing because I just thought that it was makeup artists just taking advantage of brides because brides always overspend on their wedding, not knowing that there was some really good, sensible logic behind why you do. No volume. Is that no volume from me? Right, Bimpe is gone for a second. Are you hearing me, guys? If you can hear me, just wave. So let me know that you can hear me because somebody said no volume. So I just want to be sure that you can hear me. Bimpe will come back again in a second. She just had to sort something out. So thank you, Ebony Duke and Grassmere Creations. So what I was saying, my Gege Love, one of my executive producers. Thank you, guys. I'm glad that you can all hear me. So what I was saying was that I always thought that people were just generally ripping off brides. And I don't mean it in a bad way, but I just thought you were taking advantage of the fact that they like to spend tons of money, so therefore you could charge them more. But hearing Bimpe's explanation, it really tells you what it involves, having to be there the whole day. So she's back now. So she's going to finish off what she was saying about Instagram makeups, the phenomena around Instagram makeup people.
Yes, so like I said, some people it really doesn't matter anymore. You know, some of us, we started when there was no social media, and then we built, we struggled, we hustled, and you know, we finally we got something. And then social media, boom, came in, and then people who were like aware, you know, jumped on it, and boom, you see people like Anastasia Beverly Hills, you know, she's a makeup artist that, you know, got to know about, you know, Instagram really early. She took advantage. Now she's like a billionaire with like 20 million or 21 million followers. Huda, you know, a whole lot of those people jumped on it, and you can't get angry with them, or you can't. They're hustled. That's you know. So everybody needs to take advantage. Likewise, Kylie, baby Kylie that we used to watch on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, small Kylie.
Yeah.
It's a pioneer because advantage of they took advantage of of social media. So social media can make you to be anything you want to be. So you can't just sit down there. You know, if okay, for example, so when I became the artistic director for Maybelline, I was just I was just like doing my thing, you know. I've always been hardworking. I was just doing my thing the way you know, I should be doing them. But I had to wake up when, you know, something happened with Google. Something happened with Google, and they made it seem I was not connecting with the younger audience. You know, you know, they had a meeting with the company that I wasn't connecting with the younger audience. See me see trouble. You know, I was like, somebody cannot mind their business again, so you have to be active. You have to be active.
They won't put Sansan in your Gary. Oh.
Yeah, do you understand what I'm saying? So you just can't say, I want to sit down and be minding a business. Once you are signed with a brand, you need to be active on social media. You need to promote your brand because that is the new thing. That is what some generation understand. Some generation don't even understand where we're coming from because it's not part of their story. It's not part of their story. So their story, what they know is social media. So, and it's the way forward. So if you can't beat them, you have to join them. You can't just stay and be an island, you know, all these people. No, you have to join them. You have to. It's very important.
Okay, so Bimpe, you're a trailblazer, okay, within the industry. Yeah? You're one of the first Nigerian professional makeup artists to sign an endorsement with an international brand. How have you been able to stay at the top of the game for 18 years? Because that's no joke. To start at the
Yeah,
top and still
it's
be at the top 18 years later, what have you done? What's your mantra? What has kept you there?
yes, it's consistency, and the ability to weigh the market where you are. You know, like I live in Nigeria, I live in Lagos. Even though I look outside the country for inspiration, but I still live here.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to first be respected in my zone. So what did I do? I started out by number one, making myself likable, you know. You I mean making people to trust me, you know. If it
Okay.
says 7 o'clock, 7 a.m., I'll be there 6:30. I'll just be waiting. I won't knock. I'll just be waiting. When it's exactly 7 on the dot, I'll press your bell. So people got to know that somebody that can be relied on. And not just that, I was always trying to perfect my craft. Because if you want to be on top of your game, you want to be respected. Number one, it's not how good looking you are, or how nice you are, or how humble you are. You must know
Mm-hmm.
what you're doing. When people call
Yeah.
you to do their makeup, or when they give you briefs, you must deliver. So I don't know why. Why is this person calling me? So you have. It is very important that people know that you know what you're doing. So I was
Mm-hmm.
always, even now I'm still learning. Always, I've been learning for a long time. Even now I'm still learning. So, I tried to learn every day, learn something every day, so that I can be on top of my profession. And then consistency is key. And yeah, even though in my mind, like, I think I'm old school in my mind, but I still follow trends. I check what is going on around the trends, So what is going on around the world now? What are all these people doing inside? Sorry, excuse me.
So, in other words, I mean, what Bimpe is saying here is that you got to keep learning. You've got to be professional. You've got to be consistent in what you're doing if you want to stay at the top. I mean, I've seen some people that get to the top and they feel that they can relax now, generally have a bad attitude, not the same as they used to be. There's always people that are ready to come and take your crown from you if you don't do what you got to do. As soon as Mimpe comes back, I've got a question for her from Stella Genevieve. Mimpe, let us know when you're back again so we can
I
answer the
thought I'm back.
question. Oh,
Can you
you're
see
back.
me?
Sorry. The video from my end, the video is frozen, so I don't know. I can't actually see
I'm
you.
here. I didn't
I've
go.
been,
Just my kids were disturbing, but I didn't go. Please, can
okay.
you pause? Thank you,
So
sir.
Stella Genevieve says, as a makeup artist, can you advise a client on the look which fits them best, or do you always do what the client wants? I love that question.
Okay,
Do you get the
so
question?
it's important to listen to the client. You know,
Okay.
yeah, it's very important to listen to them. You don't
So if
do
they say they want blue blusher, for
no,
example, I'm just being
no,
silly
listen,
here, and
no,
blue doesn't suit them, you
listen,
still put blue on them?
listen. You have They need to trust you. You can't go to them the first day and just impose things on them. Some of them are OCs. Some of them are OCDs. You know, some of them, they won't even allow you to use your products because they have everything. They won't allow you, and they'll be telling you they're more comfortable with this, they're more comfortable with that. The minute you try to do something, and you're like, oh, I think there's no, 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 it's really my color. I know my color. Somebody told me long ago that pink is my color. It's like I have a cool undertone. So they'll start speaking grammar. So there are different type of people. When I meet those type of people, by the time they start, the first day, I just do what they say. The only thing is that I make sure that the bit I give them, like their skin texture, by the time I'm done, if they want their eyebrows done a particular way, I can, use my discretion to add a little bit of professionalism or make it a little bit more professional. But I will still give
Mhm.
them what they do, because some people are very set in their ways and they can't change them. Please, what is going on? What is going on? Sorry.
It's always good when you have kids around and you're trying to do things. This is the new age of COVID. I've seen it so
Sorry,
many
hold on.
times on here, on CNN, on Sky News. So we're all used to this. um, got a question here from Nate or Nate's Modeling Agency. What is your take on the post-COVID effect of working with news and models during makeup? Well, she sort of answered that already by saying that she's not really ready for people to go into her space at the moment. When COVID changes, she will relook at that. But at the moment, it's not the sort of way that she wants to do with personal one-on-one makeup sessions with people. Because, as you know, you don't know who has got it and who hasn't got it. So I'm hoping I've answered that for on behalf of Bimpe for that one.
I'm back.
You're back. Okay.
Yeah.
If you can round up that question, because we don't have much longer to go. As you were saying, kids are beautiful and wonderful. I agree. Sorry, Bimpe, go ahead.
So what was I saying? Where was I?
You were talking about doing what the client wants you to do, and you're trying, if they wanted to do eyebrows.
With authoritatively, because I have a lot of them, especially women that are in their 50s and 60s, especially those people. They're not your mate, so you can't even say you want to force anything on them. These are successful women who have, for a long time, they've been wearing their brows in a particular way. They're like, excuse me, this I've been wearing my brows for a long time. Don't even try it, you know? So you give it to them. Sometimes you'll be wondering, why did they call you to do the makeup? You know? But I mean, they are good people. They are good people. So you just want to be around them sometimes, you know? But for young people, who really don't know that much, you know, it is your duty as a makeup artist to
Right.
explain some things to them. You know, you tell them about their skin, about their brows. You want them to look youthful. You want them to look beautiful without wearing too much, you know. And you tell them, even though they want a bit, you know, you still want them to look classy instead of looking trashy, you know. So you have to explain to them. But
Mm-hmm.
for you to explain it to them, it must also come with what you have explained. It's not just to explain it with your mouth and not deliver the work.
Yeah.
So when you do what you're saying and you make them look different, but in a good way, then they'll be happy. And everybody will be happy. But if you don't deliver it as you have said,
Mm-hmm.
then there's a problem.
Bimpe, I'm going to say this. It's been fantastic having you. It's been so insightful. We've kind of got like about a minute left before they're going to shut us down. I've loved having you. You've actually made my week because I've been able to talk to the famous, the celebrity, the biggest makeup artist
Oh
in
my God.
Africa. I've talked to you. So, and I've got it live on video, so nobody can deny that I did not talk to you. It's been so good. I mean, there's so many questions coming in. There's so many people asking things. A lot of your friends from around the world have joined in as well. I'm sure when you watch it back later, you'll see some of them. Bimpe, thank you so much. I'm sure your
Thank
boys
you
are
so much.
harassing you and want
They
your
are so much
attention.
fun. They are so I didn't even know.
I really appreciate it. Have a lovely evening. We will have you again on the show soon because you've got so much to share with us. Take
Thank
care now.
you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Everybody, our session is about to come to an end. It's been great having you. Thank you for joining us today. Make a date with us next week at Fashion's Finest at 8 o'clock. We'll also be Mahogany International on the Tuesday and Mahogany Models in the model boardroom on the Wednesday. Please, everybody, stay safe out there. All right, COVID is real. You gotta be careful. Be safe. We're gonna have some great guests lined up for you next week. So please come back, join us again soon. Take care and good night.